Dwarf tart or sour cherry trees can be grown as ornamental perennials in the garden because of their size and abundant spring blooms. They are hardy in USDA zones 4 through 9. But there are some dwarf sour cherry cultivars developed by the University of Saskatchewan in Canada that are hardy down to zone 2B. These trees are small enough that you can include it in a small garden, or even use them to build a flowering hedge. Cherry trees bloom early in spring, and they are such a pretty sight when they're covered in white or pink blossoms. They are even more beautiful when laden with fruit. The fruit is relatively small, which are not usually eaten raw because of its high acid, low sugar content. It's ideally used for baking into pies, jams, preserves, and even making liquors. Sour cherry trees are self-fertile, and do not require pollen from another variety to set fruit. Dwarf sour cherry trees grow to 6 feet tall, and they can be trained as a shrub or as a small tree. They usually start producing fruit when they reach 4 or 5 years old. Sour cherries grown in zones 4 and higher can be trained as a tree. Those grown in zone 3 and lower should be pruned into a shrub form. They are less cold hardy, and more likely to suffer winterkill when pruned into a tree form. The seeds of dwarf cherry cultivars do not grow true to type. It's best to purchase young trees from nurseries or from reputable online distributors. The best time to plant cherry trees is in early spring or late fall. They do best in a location that gets full sun with good air circulation to thrive. Growing them in part sun will produce less fruits. Well-draining, loamy or sandy loam soil is recommended. Keep newly planted shrubs moist but not soggy for the first 3 weeks. Apply a thick layer of mulch around the shrub but leave a well around the stems. This will suppress weeds, grass and other plants. That's because competition from other plants can slow or stunt its growth. After 3 weeks, water only once a week. Always water near the base, and overhead watering should be avoided to prevent diseases. Applying compost or composted manure in early spring is usually adequate fertilizer for sour cherry trees. Prune in late winter or early spring when the shrub is still dormant. Damaged or diseased wood can be removed at any time, and suckers can be pulled to prevent them from spreading. Deer, rabbits, mice and voles may chew on the branches in winter. Aphids and spider mites can be eliminated with a strong blast of water. Traps can be set up to attract and catch cherry fruit fly. Birds sometimes feed on the fruits. The effective control for birds is covering the tree with a netting. Dwarf sour cherry tree is a great choice as they are highly ornamental and only requires a small portion of your garden. You also reap the benefits of its bountiful blooms and tasty fruits. Thank you for watching.